Good afternoon, you guys, and welcome in here to the Hot Corner. This is your host, Mike Wolfgang, and happy Friday to you all. The weekend is finally here. The Field of Dreams game took place last night. We'll recap that quickly for you as it is now in the books. We'll look at some other scores from last night and run through tonight's matchups and other things as well. But before we get to all of that, today's trivia question isn't necessarily going to be a trivia one. It's more of a general question. With last night's game being played on or near a movie set, what is your guys' favorite baseball movie or movies? There are some good ones out there, so feel free to share that in the comments section below. I'd love to see what you guys think. So with that, let's move over to yesterday's scores quickly here. The Mets and Nationals played a doubleheader yesterday with the Mets winning game one, or both games. They won game one 4-1, and the second game 5-4. Those are some nice wins for the Mets. As we mentioned, they need to get back in the winning column. St. Louis squeezed one out against Pittsburgh 7-6. Philadelphia beat the world champ Dodgers 2-1. Oakland beat up against Cleveland, hanging 17 runs on Cleveland in that 17-0 shutout win. Milwaukee won big over the Cubs again, taking that one 17-4. Detroit wrapped things up with Baltimore, earning a 6-4 win. Tampa Bay beat Boston 8-1. They responded very nicely after that 20-8 blowout the night before. Seattle beat Texas 3-1. Cincinnati was victorious over the Braves 12-3. The Angels beat the Toronto Blue Jays 6-3. Arizona got their rare chance to beat up on somebody. They beat the Padres 12-3. San Francisco took down Colorado 7-0 in a shutout, and the White Sox they won over the Yankees last night in that thriller in the Field of Dreams game 9-8. So with that, we'll recap that game here. As we mentioned, that couldn't have been a better scripted game for Rob Manfred last night at the Field of Dreams. The game started with a tribute to the movie with the players walking out of the cornfields in the outfield. So that was a nice tribute to the movie. As for the game, the White Sox led mostly throughout. The Yankees trailed 7-4 in the ninth inning. They hit two two-run home runs, with both coming with two outs to take a 8-7 lead into the bottom of the ninth, where Tim Anderson hit a walk-off two-run homer for the White Sox to win it for them. A flurry of action in the bottom of the ninth, or the ninth inning in general, both teams scoring 6 runs combined between the two teams. Another side note, ESPN released the MVP standings yesterday, starting with the American League, where Shohei Ohtani is at number 1. No, not really a surprise there, with Vlad Jr. trailing at 2. His teammate Marcus Semien is at 3, followed by Matt Olson and Cedric Mullins. As for the National League, it looks like Fernando Tatis Jr. is at number 1. It's been like that pretty much the whole year. Max Muncy is at 2, Brandon Crawford, Brian Reynolds at 4. And there's a 4-way tie for 5th place, starting with Bryce Harper, Willie Adames, Trey Turner, and Chris Taylor of the Dodgers. So that's going to do it for that. Let's move into tonight's games as we close things out. Seattle and the Nationals are going to square off. The Reds will play the Phillies. Milwaukee is going to be in Pittsburgh to play the Pirates. Baltimore will play the Red Sox. The Dodgers will be in Citi Field to play the Mets. The Cubs are headed south to South Beach to play Miami. Cleveland is in Detroit this weekend. Oakland will play their division foe, the Texas Rangers. St. Louis and Kansas City will resume their in-state rivalry between those two teams. Tampa Bay will kick things off in Minnesota this weekend. Astros will be in Anaheim. Good pitching matchup tonight between the Padres and Diamondbacks, with Blake Snell and Madison Bumgarner going at it on the hill. The Rockies and Giants will continue things, and the Blue Jays and Mariners will begin a weekend set in Seattle. So let's close things out here. As I close out most of these shows, let me remind you all to check out Alec Cabrino's daily sports show called The Casual Sports Report. And once it returns here soon, make sure to tune into the Casual Sports Podcast hosted by Alec, Matt Morrison, and yours truly. That's going to do it for today's show, you guys. There's a lot of baseball and another full weekend of baseball, so I hope you guys all enjoy that. But for right now, this is Mike Wolfgang signing off. We'll see you next time here on the Hot Corner. Have a great weekend.